Hello everyone and welcome to another speed build video in The Sims 4. My name is Simon and today we're building a modern desert home. Now I say desert home, but I'm building obviously in Sulani, which is a tropical island, but that is only because I didn't find a suitable lot for my vision in the desert neighborhoods we have, being Oasis Springs or Strangerville. I needed a 30 by 40 lot with the 40 or the wider side facing the front, and the ones in the desert neighborhoods, they either had only the 30 side, the shorter side facing the front, or they were actually having a green lawn, which really wasn't the look that I was going for. I wanted this to be in the desert sand, and I wanted to have the building be surrounded by succulents, cacti, joshua trees, and for that look, it really didn't make sense to have it built in those lush neighborhoods. It's really weird to think about that in those desert neighborhoods we have, about half of the lots are actually built on lush lawn. It's kind of an odd choice. I don't know. I prefer actually this desert sandy look, and it's a more interesting environment to build in, but I guess that's just me. Maybe that's a bit more challenging to some people, but I really prefer that look, and we have enough lush and green neighborhoods, so why can't the desert ones just be desert? But anyway, about this home, this was actually inspired by a house that I saw on my last vacation to Nice, and it was this modern home that was had like a complete glass front, and in this kind of I'm gonna say H shape, but it was surrounded with all these cacti and succulents, and it was kind of like those cacti were almost like taking over the house because they were so giant and so massive in front of it. And when I tried to recreate that in the game, it looked super boring because I was just using the rectangular windows, the bigger ones that you see there, throughout, and it just looked super boring. And I had to come up with something else and to make this a little bit more interesting. And then this other pattern that I did with the smaller rectangular windows kind of came to be. And initially I just wanted to leave it as it is, but by accident I deleted one of the windows, and suddenly like this area was exposed, and I was just thinking like you could color that in a different tone and it would look like you would only had colored that portion of the wall, because anything else on that wall is actually covered by the windows. And that's like something so unique that you can't do in the game at all. Like the wallpaper dictates how the wall is gonna look. Like there's no way that you could have like the lower part be a different color than the upper part unless the wallpaper allows it. But obviously there aren't many of those, and it's like very limiting anyway. So when I suddenly realized that I could actually trick this, give the illusion of being able to like partially color the wall in a different color than the rest, I was really intrigued, and I was like, yeah, I'm really gonna go with this. This is like almost like a Mondrian kind of painting, like the style kind of way of designing this window front, and yeah, and I kind of overdid it almost. Like I think in reality you would only do it like on parts of the house. I like this design so much that I just did it throughout. I did it on each side of the house. Only did it on the upper level. That's my restriction. But other than that, I did it on the front, on the back, on the left, on the right, and because I just really love the look of it. For this desert front yard that I'm building here right now, I used mostly the plants that come with Strangerville. They are super unique. I really enjoy these the cacti that come with it, and I think there are other succulents like an aloe vera plant or whatnot, and the joshua trees obviously. And yeah, they're super unique. They give this like a really cool, interesting look, and they're pretty much the only reason to have Stranger Villa anyway. There's not much else that is really usable from that pack. Very specific, but those plans, while they're specific obviously, but they are super cool. Yeah, here you just saw me build that window pattern again, and I used tool for that just to make it a little bit quicker. You could obviously just hit F5 on your keyboard, and then you would have more variation of placing the window, making it a bit more precise, and then you can just align them somewhat easily. But I just thought it was way quicker to just just place one row of windows, then select those and duplicate them and move them up that way, and repeat the process to fill out the wall. It's just quicker. I just like using tool for these kind of things to just make building a little bit more faster, a little bit more efficient, so I can use the time that I saved for rethinking everything and rebuilding the whole thing altogether. And you can see here that I did actually build an infinity pool, and I'm using air quotes here, or at least give it a glass front, by using a foundation coating that is in the debug catalog. It actually removes the coating that is actually invisible. If you move around the camera and look from the inside of the pool, there's still like a wall, but from the outside looking in, it's actually invisible, or better said, transparent. But it's a really cool trick to kind of create this infinity pool looking kind of structure. I'll be moving on soon to the interior, and for that I wanted to create a juxtaposition to the outside of the building. I wanted to go for muted tones, like neutral, beigey, sandy tones, to kind of mimic the environment of the desert and give a more comfy and cozy feeling, as opposed to this like very stylish black, white, red kind of design. Yeah. And for the kitchen, I actually rebuilt this probably 5 times until I ended up with this design here, and I didn't find like proper counters that were like giving me this desert-ish vibe, and the only ones that I thought were giving that were actually these like office counters from Get to Work, and those only come as these not the kitchen counters, but the ones we would sit at with the bar stool. But you can actually turn these and have the front facing the wall, and then you can use the back side of it as a regular counter. So that's what I did here as a workaround to actually get those beigey, sandy looking kitchen counters that I wanted. It's kind of a shame that we didn't get any new counters with the Desert Luxe kit. I mean, we did get a barbecue grill and a bar in a similar design, so I guess it wouldn't have been much of an effort to actually turn these into kitchen counters. So it's really kind of a wasted opportunity. And also with the new pack, with the new expansion pack growing together, we did get a couple of appliances, like a stove and a refrigerator, but not a new kitchen counter set. It's really baffling to me. That's it doesn't really make sense. Like you put effort into creating these new appliances, so is the kitchen counter that much more of a task? I don't know. I really want new ones. I'm so tired of the old ones. But I don't know, I guess it's too much to ask. However, I shouldn't be too critical, because I was provided the new expansion pack by EA, because I did actually get into the EA Creator Network a couple of months ago. I did apply last year while I was still like very much on a high creating content on Instagram, and then in November I kind of stopped creating content because basically I was moving houses, and I didn't have time to create any new content. And suddenly I really felt so relieved to have that burden taken off my back and actually have free time, watching shows and hanging out with friends without feeling guilty that you could actually use the time for creating content for Instagram. But then getting into the EA Creator Network kind of gave me a push again. I mean, it took me another month or even 6 weeks to get building again. But here I am. This is actually the first building I've built in The Sims 4 in 6 months. At first I thought I had forgotten all of these shortcuts for tool and all, but no, they were still in the back of my head. It was very intuitive. And it was like I never stopped at all. For this living room, by the way, it was my mission to combine the new pack, the Growing Together one, with the Desert Luxe kit. I felt like these furniture sets that came with the packs really gelled well together. They had similar vibes, and both very earthy and kind of muted, very sleek designs, but still very comfy. And I wanted to combine these here. And also added some city living furniture and some from Snowy Escape and also Eco Lifestyle. And I try to keep the number of packs low. I think I barely made it into the double digits. It's about 10, maybe 11. I wanted it to be less, but obviously, the further along you go, the more you add. And by the end of it, you kind of think of removing a couple of things, but and then you just leave them in anyway. And I'm sorry if that kind of makes my buildings a little bit more inaccessible to people, but I mean, why do I have these packs if I don't use them? So that's my excuse, I guess. This entertainment room, TV room here, by the way, is actually turned out to be my favorite room of the entire house. It kind of came together very easily, and I used mostly the Desert Luxe kit, and I really love that one. I wish we had more of these like sleek, modern, very elegant furniture. But mostly we get like ornate things or like rustic ones. And yeah, I really appreciate the Desert Luxe one. I wish this pack was even bigger, the kit was even bigger. And that's, as I mentioned before, with the kitchen counters. Why aren't there new kitchen counters with that kit? That would have been so amazing to kind of complete this whole aesthetic for the entire house, so you could use it everywhere. Maybe a bed even. Yeah, for the entertainment room, by the way, I did use the speakers and turn them on its side with Toolmod to kind of have this like Dolby surround speaker system all over the room. Kind of made this entertainment room complete. Yeah. And here I'm building a infant room, a baby room, just a child's room for a child that's still an infant. This is totally out of my comfort zone. I don't even know what I'm doing here, to be honest. Like it also doesn't really gel with the rest of the house because I used this vibrant green here, and it doesn't really go with the muted colors of the rest of the house. But I just thought like at least the green is earthy, and I didn't want a child to be growing up in a completely beige environment. Yeah, but I thought it was a little bit more fun. And with the infant update and with the Growing Together expansion pack, a lot of new items came that I wanted to kind of make use of. I really like those decal wall stickers, I want to say. They are really cute, to be honest, and I did enjoy using the one with the sloth, the tree with the sloth on it. That was very cute. I also like the rug that I was using with the kind of green petals. And yeah, overall I wasn't really super happy with that room, but I did my best. It's not my forte to build like children's room in general, and infants at that. I don't even know the functions, like what you would need in the game for, you know, kind of care for the baby. Because I definitely haven't tried that new aspect of gameplay out yet. So I don't know if everything you need is there, but I tried my best, and that's my best effort at giving you a children's room. Now, teen rooms I can give you. Like, this turned out great. I really like this. I really like to add like a little bit more playful things to an otherwise modern room, and that's basically what makes it a teen room. For this bathroom, I when I play tested it, I needed to rebuild that, or like redesign the interior, because it was blocking the way to the bathtub. So that's fixed when you want to download this from the gallery. Of course it is on the gallery. My ID is taffissimo, and it should be up there once this video is uploaded to YouTube. This is the last room now. It's the master bedroom, and of course the master bedroom has a walk-in closet. Love building this. This is actually base game, save for the boxes, which are actually from Get to Work. I could have used Dream Home Decorator here, but I forgot that I used it on the kitchen. So I was thinking like, just leave it to the side. Do not add another pack to the list. But it was already on the list and I didn't use it. So this closet is actually base game, while it would have looked a lot better if I had used Dream Home Decorator. Here I'm building a custom vanity. Of course it's not usable, but it looks really, really cute. And yeah, that's basically it for now. This is just another bathroom. If you like this build, please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you think in detail. Help me gain a bigger following on YouTube, because my numbers here are miserable, and I would really like them to get on the same level as the numbers on my Instagram account. So please help me achieve that. At least I'm on the EA Creator Network now, and this gives me a reason to continue, but I need your support. So like, comment, subscribe, download the build from the gallery, and see you in the next one.